a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Oh my god. Did you see that kid? It was about time you got here. He tried to kill me. He had a sword, for God's sake. You security guys let a sword-swinging lunatic inside a national landmark? I mean, jeez. He ran that way toward those turbine thingies. I think he went over the side or something. Maybe he fell. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I'm Ray from Cabin 12.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13.
And I'm Robert from Cabin 9.
Woo!
Another guest! Hi, Robert!
Hello!
Hello! What's up, Gaymer?
Oh, that's bullying. Bullying and homophobic.
I know it is, but it's also your last name, so
it really is.
Ray, it's actually spelled with gay, like gay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gaymer.
if only we could all be so blessed.
It's funny because for up until high school, everyone was like, ha, Gaymer. And I'm like, that's something I'm sensitive about. And then and then I got into high school and college. I'm like, wait a minute. This whole being gay thing, I might kind of like it.
Yeah.
And then you were like, this slaps, actually.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Character growth.
Character growth.
We love that for you. Well, Robert, since you're our new guest here on the pod, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself, why you're here, your pronouns?
No.
No?
No, okay, fine.
Please.
I respect it.
I'm being forced to reveal everything. Hi, I am Robert. If you have seen Robert Gaymer, yes, I am kind of gay. If you have seen a Percy Jackson podcast, you are probably creeping in someone's house because you're not supposed to see them. But if you've listened to a Percy Jackson podcast, I have probably made a meme for them on the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Damn is spelled D-A-M.
Yep. We've been memed
And we
by
love your
by
work.
Robert.
It is greatly appreciated.
I like making memes. There are weeks where I'm like Monday and Tuesday strong, and then everyone else I'm like, I'll get you guys next week.
Wow, and we do Thursday, so we're fucked.
Yeah. Yes. What else do you ask? My pronouns? My pronouns are they, he. That he is struggling for his life, but we're not going to talk about it.
That's valid. You're valid.
Yeah, that is so relatable, TBH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Robert, how did you get into the books? Percy Jackson and all the things? How'd you get into this?
So it was the summer vacation after after 6th grade. And my mom gave my sister and I some money, and she's like, you guys aren't going to spend the entire summer in front of the TV or the computer. Go to Barnes & Noble's, buy some books. And so we went to Barnes & Noble, and we bought some books. One of them was The Little Prince. My sister and I read that. We both cried.
Good book.
Very good book. And one of the books we ended up getting was The Lightning Thief. And then that set me down a very dark path of being a bisexual. So...
You were like,
Excellent.
Hey, Percy is a bisexual. I guess I'm also bisexual.
Only sometimes. Only on Tuesdays. Tuesdays.
Well, it's not a Tuesday, so I guess you're not bisexual today.
No, today I am ambidextrous. Anyway.
Ambidextrous.
Hey!
Yeah, yep. I've done this joke. Okay. Well, Robert, the damn meme page is on for, the great chapter, the one we've all been waiting for.
We've made it. We're here.
I have a damn problem.
You have many problems, Charlie. I've been here for a few hours, and...
I have 99 problems, and Robert is all of them, actually.
Wow, rude.
Ray, what's this chapter about? What did we read here?
So, to preface this, Robert and I were both late for this recording, as Robert did not bring the proper equipment. They're in Charlie's house right now, just so you know.
You
I have
drove 4 hours to come here and didn't bring any recording stuff, even though I was like, hey, this is the day we're recording, and you're gonna come over and visit. It's gonna be great.
Listen, there have been many moments in the past couple of weeks, actually, where logic has not coursed through my brain properly. So I need. Forgive me.
Yeah,
Maybe.
me too, bro. My entire brain has been gone for several days. And sometimes that just happens to me. I forget my mental states that I'm not currently in. And so if I'm fine, I'm like, oh, my brain works. This makes sense. I can just do things and remember them. Not this week, guys. So
Nope.
I forgot we were recording today. So I just read the chapter. So I didn't take any notes. And that's why I'm saying this now.
This is going to be a crazy episode of the Oldest Gods, and that's saying something.
Yeah, that is saying something.
Yeah, for real. All right, so we arrive at the Hoover Dam, basically. They take a tow truck that was in the trash, as you do. And we kind of process our emotions a little bit, not a lot at all, actually.
Yeah, we just go process.
No, it's fine. It's fine. They cross a little river with some naiads. They're going upriver and have to stop because they run into a dam, which the naiads are not incredibly happy about, but also Zoe during that trip reveals that she has some beef with water spirits, and she and Percy have a little conversation about how they both blame themselves for Bianca's death, and how he had a dream about her, which isn't weird at all.
Not weird. Nope, not at all.
Then we get sad that Annabeth isn't here, very sad. They know all kinds of Hoover Dam facts because she just says them sometimes. God, that's so good of her.
Don't make me so emo this chapter. I'm already emo right now. I can't
Okay. She has ADHD and she hyperfixates on architecture. I'm crying. Anyways, and then we reach the most important joke of the Percy Jackson series.
The only joke. The only one that
joke.
matters.
The joke.
Well, the only one you guys can reference now without spoiling future books.
True.
True. I think that this joke is best when you are a preteen or younger, probably grew up in a Christian household when no one swears, like me, perhaps. And also when you are reading it directly after the last chapter, and you are dealing with a lot of very strong emotions. You're dealing with processing death and grief for the first real time in this book series. And then we get to, and all of the characters are also doing that, so they're all a little slap happy. Sorry, I'm going way too much into this for the summary, but it's important to me that now it's just, haha, little joke, little pun there. When I was a kid, this is the funniest fucking shit I'd ever heard in my fucking life. I didn't swear. We didn't say the word damn, and so it's they're going to the damn gift shop. Anyways, moving on.
You're so valid. You are so valid.
Yes. Percy stops when he hears a moo, and everyone else heads off to get some lunch, but he finds his old friend Bessie. Remember that cow that showed up one chapter?
The best cow.
There's a cow here. It seems like it's warning him about something, but he can't go hang out with the cow, so because his friends are around. It's interesting to me that Percy makes the choice to not tell them about this, but we can get into that later. And then Percy sees that he's being set upon by those skeleton assholes, and he heads into the dam and takes an elevator. It happens to be exactly the wrong elevator. It's the one that goes down to the turbines.
Oops.
which the tour guide berates him for not listening to her, like, totally great informative lecture about it earlier. And then she tells him that there is a way out for anyone who thinks, she says some shit. She says some cool shit, and she has gray eyes, and we're all like, oh my god, because Annabeth is always described as having storm gray eyes. Anyways. And then Percy thinks that he hears a skeleton behind him, but it turns out that it was a girl blowing her nose. and we introduce one of my absolute favorite characters in this series. The beacon, the hope, the strength of weird artsy girls everywhere. We meet Rachel Elizabeth Dare. Percy slashes this girl, who will be revealed to be my girl, Rachel Elizabeth Dare.
Red.
And she is completely mortal, as the celestial bronze does not affect her, and yet she is clearly seeing all of the things that are happening. She also gets a whole physical description and a character name, so y'all know she's coming back. I don't think that's a spoiler. She's too cool to not come back. She's my quirky girl. Anyways,
bro, save your, like, I love her so much for later.
I know, I'm sorry. Like, this is why I take notes. And I normally do this even when I have notes, so. So, Rachel Elizabeth Dare, you have to say the whole name every time, it's important, has a little bit of banter with Percy where she asks for explanations and he gives her none. And then she tells him to go into the bathroom when she sees these skeletons coming. She heads them off by telling them that he went towards the turbines and gives him a moment to escape, even though she is clearly terrified of these freaky skeleton guys. She is already the best character in the series. I'm sorry. Alright, Percy goes back to find his friends, but the skeletons are coming in at the same time. Grover starts a burrito fight, which, could kill someone. He knocks one of the skeletons' heads clean off. And then they head over to the Guardians and are being cornered there. There's some statues that are outside the dam with shiny toes because people rub them for luck. Apparently in this universe, they are gift to Zeus from Athena. And Percy convinces Talia to pray to her dad, and the statues fly them right out of there. Woo.
Woo.
And
that was Ray's soliloquy in Rachel Elizabeth Dare and other.
Rachel Elizabeth Dare et al.
I feel like we need to preface this with, before we knew that Taylor was going to be leaving the podcast, for sure, this was the chapter that you chose for this book. Like,
oh, yes. I fucking love Rachel Elizabeth Dare. I'm not joking with you. Like, okay. Like, she had the same name as me. My mom's middle name is Elizabeth. If I was like, I could have been Rachel Elizabeth. Are you fucking kidding me? I was so pissed that I wasn't. Like, can you imagine?
But you're not Ginger.
You can't claim every Ginger. I wish I was Ginger.
I claim every Ginger.
I know you do.
I claim
you
all of
deserve
them
to.
because
Still
there are not enough Gingers.
Ginger.
Yeah.
I used to dye my hair red, and people thought that it was real because people are bad at judging hair colors. But also, I just dyed like over my natural color, and so I mostly had like a reddish tint. And people were like, "Wow, your hair is so nice. You can't get that kind of color from a bottle." And I was like,
"Yeah, you can."
Shows what you know.
I
Anyways,
mean, yeah, I feel like that would get you like closer to an auburn, like my hair. I don't know what it looked like, but
that's about where I was.
I get people thinking that my hair is brown all the time, and I'm just like, bro, look at it in the light. Like, actually look at it in the light.
I'm currently looking at
red.
it in light. It's brown.
Fuck you, Robert Gaymer.
Wow,
I can't believe that you would challenge Charlie's ginger cred.
Charlie's only personality trait.
Oh, I got him.
You've seen my room. You've seen my multiple personality traits. I have too many. That is the problem.
Your personality trait is every TV show that you watch.
It's just
it is.
Be nerd.
It's very true.
Be nerd, be ginger, be gay. So I'm going to take one of those from you. No, you're no longer ginger.
I'm just a gay nerd. I could be
Yes.
you.
You're a gay nerd and your name's Charlie. Like, that's the joke I'm going for. Heartstopper for anyone who's not getting the joke.
Wow.
Good.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go into my segment now. Yeah, if you
Get him, Charlie.
Yeah, in case you missed it, but hey, we all did it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Ayo.
Well, guess what we're talking about today, y'all? Because I didn't have a chance to talk about what was it? Zoe's mom. I'm finally gonna talk about Zoe's mom a little bit. Hopefully, I'm gonna try my best to avoid spoilers of any kind, if possible. But I don't think there are any in here.
Best of luck to you, Charlie.
We should be okay. Hopefully. But, hard to say. Yeah. So, her mom is Pleione? Yeah, that sure is a name. She's an oceanid nymph, and she's the mother of the Pleiades. Get it? Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Understandable. I have seen them in the sky.
Yeah.
I took an astronomy course in college one time.
Wow. That sounds real gay. You like looking at stars? That's pretty gay.
True, and I will own that.
So it says she presided over multiplication of flocks fitting, since the number... Blah, 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 blah. I can't speak right now. I'm trying to read this Wikipedia without, reading it word for word. Her name means to increase in number.
Oh.
Interesting. All right. It makes sense since she has, so many freaking kids. She's got kids. So, she's the daughter of... What?
Oh, I was just agreeing.
Okay.
But, late for no reason.
So she's the daughter of Oceanus and Tethys. The ocean titans. That's what they are. They're the saltwater and freshwater bodies of water, I think. And all the Pleiades. You get so many. So there's Maya, who I can remember as the mother of Hermes. So Zoe would be Hermes' aunt?
Incredible. I love that for her. Yeah.
Good to know. So we have Maya, Electra, Gedi? Yeah. Why do I try saying these names? God.
It could be Alcyon, it could be Alcyone, it could be anything.
Yeah, thank you. Kaleno? Sure. Sterope and Merope. God, that's just me not being able to say words. I know Merope because that's Tom Riddle's mom's name.
Oh, fun.
And she's also sometimes the mother of Calypso. So, another nymph. Says her grandchildren Hermes and Iasion. This is so many fucking Greek names. Okay, cool. Anything else that you do besides have children? Yes, but does she do anything besides have children? She lives in Arcadia.
It's right there in the name, Charlie. Don't worry about it.
She gets around. Don't shame her.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she had all of them with one person because I don't know. When you have a group of daughters, it usually means it's one person. So, and so she lives in Arcadia.
Who was this guy though? Apparently she's the important one. So don't.
She's the important one here.
So it's fine.
He doesn't matter. She lives in Arcadia on a mountain, Mount Kalini, and she's also the mother of the Hyades.
Really?
Oh, right. Okay, yep, I remember these ones. They're not... So, the one group of daughters we talked about is the Pleiades. They're named after her. Her other group of daughters is named after their brother, because his name is Hyas. And so they're the sisters of Hyas, is why they're called the Hyades.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the problem with naming women in Greek mythology. They're always named after someone else. Their groups of women are usually named after a man that they're related to. But the Pleiades, I guess, they're named after their mom, which is better.
Yep.
It's
interesting to me that they're split into two groups like that. I mean, I'm sure that this is not anything, but I'm going to pretend that they are septuplets, the Pleiades. She only gave birth twice.
It could be that they have different dads, but I don't think they do. I'm not sure. No, I think they have the same. Yeah, they have the same parents, exactly.
Damn.
When I've read their pages before, they're both also nicknamed the rainy ones or something. They're the nymphs of the rain and shit. So I'm usually just they could honestly be the same people because it's 7 sisters, I think. Each part of them, they could just be like the same group. It doesn't really matter. They could be interchangeable. But
Interesting.
the Pleiades are also important because they're companions of Artemis.
Ooh.
So there's another connection there with Zoe.
Interesting.
But Zoe is not one of the Pleiades.
Yes.
Which is important.
They fucking kicked her out.
No, because we're gonna get to what she is next. She's one of the Hesperides. Yeah.
I see.
So
I would just like to mention that I want Hyas and the Hyades to be a band.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's just the front man.
That would absolutely be a good band name.
Hyas and the girls.
Hyas and the sisters, his sisters. That's what it is. Yeah, because I think we had like the same thing happen when we were talking about Phaethon. I think his sisters were like a girl group like named after him or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I think they were the Heliades because they were daughters of Helios or something. So
weird.
And Pleione is also the protectress of sailing. So like lots of water stuff going on with her, which is why Zoe has her issues with water and people. Also,
especially water people.
Yeah. Water people. It's almost like her and Percy should be besties, honestly. Even though he's a boy and she's a girl.
Could you make it any more obvious?
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Yeah. Also, she might have been attacked by Orion, who honestly attacked a bunch of the Pleiades, I think. He a bad dude. We don't like Orion. We don't talk about Orion.
No.
All right, let's move on to the Hesperides. Yes, I said it. So this is what Zoe is. She is one of the Hesperides. I'm going to try my best not to be spoilery here, but there are a few things that could be spoilery. But
such as their alternate name, but we'll leave that out.
But they have a bunch of different parent options.
Ooh.
Funnily enough, one of them is not Pleione. That's, I mean, at least not here on the Wikipedia page. Who knows? Someone could have edited this. It could be a weird source. It could be a very little-known source that Pleione is related to them. I don't know. Maybe this was a Rick invention. It could be a Rick invention because we all know Zoe Nightshade is his OC Do Not Steal.
Yep.
Who coined that? Did Darian coin that?
Darian coined that. I was about to say.
Good. Incredible.
I just love that every time, and I'm just like, beautiful, wonderful. So the Hesperides are the nymphs of the evening and the golden light of sunsets. They're in the west. They're all about the evening time. And their parents' options. Okay, we got Nyx and Erebus, who are night and darkness. That's an option. That makes sense. Cool. We got Atlas and Hesperus. Hesperides? Makes sense.
Indeed.
There's an option that's just someone else named Hesperus, but this time with a U instead of an I. And I think that one's just a guy? Yes, that one's, right. Hesperus is the evening star, as opposed to the morning star, which is Lucifer. They're twins. Fun fact for you all. Lucifer is actually a Roman deity name. Did not come from the Bible. They stole that from Roman mythology. Thank you. And
I
also,
love that.
Lucifer means morning star. So when you call him Lucifer Morning Star, you're just he's
Morning Star.
He is Moon.
Moon.
Thank you. I just love telling people that fact.
Delightful.
Another option for their parentage, Phorcys and Cato, which would make them sisters to Medusa, because those are her parents. And the last one I think is the weirdest, because it's Zeus and Themis. Themis being the goddess of law? Yeah, law and justice. That one doesn't make sense to me. I don't get that one. But also, I guess Pleione makes sense there, because Phorcys and Cato are water deities. So if you want to have Pleione be the step-in for, like, a water deity. And I'm not reading off the list of siblings, because there's too many.
Zoe comes from a prestigious lineage.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, their name just basically means, like, west, I guess? Probably? The etymology is... Oh, it's evening. It's evening, and then, like, the origins of, like, these words have a shared root with the English word west. So, yeah. Yeah, Hesperos and Vesper. Okay. Cool stuff.
In Rickverse, if it's not addressed later, I would like to headcanon that since their name is the Hesperides, that they are the Evening Star guy and their mom.
Yeah.
That's where we get the Hesperides specifically as opposed to the other ones.
Yeah, like...
That's who I would think would make the most sense as their dad.
Yeah, I think Hesperus makes the most sense as their dad. I don't know why...
At least in Rickverse.
Yeah. I don't know why there's the stuff with, like, the water. Maybe it'll make sense when we read the mythology section, but there's a lot of them... They live in the West. They're all about the evening. So, like, Evening Star makes sense. They're said to be the daughters of Hesperus, embodiment of the West.
I just scrolled down to look at the goddamn table for all of these people.
Yeah.
And like, holy shit, that we were not kidding.
Nope.
Yeah, there's also so many, like, different names, and, like, how many of them there are, it's hard to tell. There's either 3, 4, or 7. And I'm not gonna read off the names of these gals, because there's so fucking many of them. And we already know that, like, they had, a garden with golden apples, guarded by a dragon, or a serpent guy. We're gonna talk about him later, because we have not met him, so.
Sorry, I just see a note that says that Pliny the Elder said that the garden was located in Morocco. So that's good to know. Thanks, Pliny. Apparently he just knows that.
Okay, how far west I need to remember where Morocco is on the map, because I have no sense of direction.
He said specifically Lixus, Morocco, or Licious, I guess it would probably be called.
I mean, that is on the west tip of Africa. I guess that would make sense geographically.
It's overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, so...
Yeah, from, like, where Greece is, and to, like, the west of all of the... That makes sense. You know what, Pliny?
Of course, Pliny is normally wrong about things, so...
I mean, Pliny can be wrong about things, but, like, from the area of, like, the world that they knew at that point...
Yeah, follows for you. Yeah,
that
definitely.
Makes sense, honestly. So, you might have been wrong, bud, but, like, from what you knew at the time, that's a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
It's not bad. More about them being sunset goddesses, western maidens. They don't have, like, a lot to do here besides exist and be evening things.
Even, like, beyond, like, you know, the women being, like, unfortunately named after dudes and that kind of stuff, they sure do just like to have, like, groups of women, just a collection that do, like, some shit and then, like, don't ever talk about them again.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's the Grey Sisters who do, like, one thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's,
the Fates, the Muses.
The Muses do stuff, at least. The Fates do stuff. The Fates aren't often talked about, but, like, they do at least do things.
Right.
So, like, I don't know what the Hesperides do. Actually, wait.
I see.
You know what? I want to picture the Hesperides doing? Okay,
what?
Ray, you will understand this reference, because this is a Barbie reference. Magic of Pegasus?
I'm following you. I know exactly where you're going with this.
Yep. The 3 little girls who ride on Pegasi, and they have their magic wands, and they paint the sky when the sunset is happening. That's what I want the Hesperides to be. That's what I think they should
paint
do. Because that is like a job, and, like, I don't know, something for them to do besides just exist. Because what is their importance here?
They have a garden. I don't know.
They have a garden. It's maybe in Morocco. Who knows here? Robert, do you have any comments here about the Hesperides?
There's just a lot of information. Jesus. You literally sent me the Wikipedia article just before we started recording. I've been breezing through it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
we're reading this in real time, buddy.
I know.
This is what I do. I just, like, look at it and read it in real time while I'm, like, I know some of the facts, and then I'm just, like, reading it to, like, see anything that I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are relevant if you scroll down, so if you haven't read these books before, don't do that. Don't look at this Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Just, like, if you want to not be spoiled, don't read the Hesperides page. Also, probably not the Pliny page, just in case.
Maybe just don't read any of the ancient Greek, like, myth Wikipedia pages.
If you don't want to be spoiled for things, don't look into Greek mythology until you've read all of the books. Thank you. And good night.
But if you know Greek mythology, that makes the books better. So
that's
what
true.
are you supposed to do? It's a catch-22.
It is. Okay, this is a fun thing to me, that the Garden of the Hesperides is Hera's orchard in the West.
Oh.
So, when Zeus and Hera got married, they came up with presents for each other, and Hera, my god, Hera got the golden apples as her wedding gift, and she planted them in that garden. So, I guess
Nice.
Hera and the Hesperides might get along. Maybe. Possibly.
It seems here like maybe they both come from the word evening, so I guess that makes sense.
Does
Like,
you mean Hera?
it seems like Hera might be related. Yeah, might
I don't
have
think
a similar root. I don't.
It does not, as far as I know. I have looked at the
Okay.
Hera page before, and if I'm remembering correctly, it means like woman. Or like, does it mean woman? Or am I wrong? Am I totally wrong?
Okay, I'm on her page now, and it looks like there's a few different
There's a
things
few
that it
different
could
ones.
be, but I don't see Hess evening anywhere.
Yeah,
So-
there's like, there's something about cow-eyed, because that's like, her whole thing is cows. Beloved.
She's
hero.
so angry for someone who's supposed to have, like, cow eyes. That's...
Yeah, and that's, listeners, that is supposed to be like a good thing, that she has cow eyes, like...
Oh, yeah.
It's
supposed to mean that you are gentle and beautiful. Like...
Yeah. Well, you know, people who have read these books and know Hera's character from later things might be like, heh, cow eyes.
Well,
Yeah.
no. She's like that in the mythology, too. She sucks. She's so angry all the time.
It's just so funny. Yeah, so...
But, like, wouldn't people say, like, wouldn't people, like, misinterpret that as an insult? I don't even know how you would do it, because I get that immediately. If you say cow-eyed, I'm like, cows have such beautiful eyes.
Big brown eyes.
Yeah. Love big things.
Charlie is giving me a look. They are not vibing.
What? No, I understand what you mean. No, I get it, but I'm also just like, I feel like people are like, heh, cows. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I get both sides
They
of
are,
it.
and I'm like, you shouldn't be. Cows are beautiful.
Back to the Hesperides. There's also the golden apples being important to the judgment of Paris in the Trojan War.
Mm-hmm.
And we just talked about Helen and Paris a little bit last chapter with Aphrodite. Remember that love story? Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
connected.
love story. Yeah.
it is all connected. This is true.
Yeah.
And the rest of this page is a lot of Heracles, which we'll probably get to when we talk about the dragon guy. The Argonauts came here? I don't remember that, but good to know. Of course Jason would come here. Fuck him.
Yeah, it's interesting because this honestly is a pretty robust page. Like, a lot of stuff happens in this garden. These girls just don't get to do a lot of things, I guess.
Yeah, they don't actually like do things. This is the problem. They just exist here and have a garden. I'm mad.
But they're watching the garden. I don't see why that's not a fulfilling lifestyle.
Yeah.
They're caring for it. I'm down for that.
I just want to know more about their characters. Okay. I want to know why they're the nymphs of the evening, besides their dad being the evening star, you know?
Maybe the sun sets in the garden or something.
I would assume it's probably really pretty.
Yeah, the rays of light on the golden apples just like bursting into red sunbeams, something.
Alright.
I told y'all my brain was fried today, right?
You're good. Why don't we go to the chapter now, since I've complained enough about
Let's-
these gardener women.
This is a really exciting chapter. A lot of very
Yeah,
interesting things happen.
There's some good
Very
shit
damn
happening
exciting.
here. So, Thalia is driving for the second time ever.
Oh, right! I forgot that was, like, very relevant.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that needs to be unpacked a little bit. Like, the one time she drove was...
She crashed the sun.
And then she's driving this, and she's like, it's fine, it's okay. Do we trust her to drive?
No, last time she was scared of heights. We know that now.
Yes.
I know.
And so,
But she still has the brain of a 12-year-old, and she acknowledges that.
yeah, but she's also has the bravado and confidence of a 12-year-old.
This is true.
Are you telling me that you don't think that if you put Talia behind the wheel of a car, she wouldn't be like, oh, okay, I got it? Like,
But that's why I don't trust her, because she's like, yeah, I got this, guys. I'm like, you are going to murder us.
well,
Not
at least
intentionally.
Zoe's up there.
That's true.
Like, and we know that she knows how to drive, even if she's not, like, feeling it right now.
Do you think Zoe's teaching her how to drive?
Well, that's very interesting because they're up there, Percy's talking to Grover in the back, and he can't hear what they're talking about, but they are actively talking to each other, which, knowing that they have not once got along during this entire book, is really interesting. Talia says later that she wants Percy to get in the canoe with Zoe, because she can't, handle how depressed she is anymore. But that means that they're talking about feelings up there. So I think that their trauma has bonded them.
Yeah.
At least a little bit.
And while the girls are in the front talking their feelings, the guys are in the back, and Percy's like, should have been me. I should have died. And Grover's like, dude, what? I can't lose my best friend. None of that. Stop that.
Yeah, he's like, who else would be my best friend?
You would do that to me personally, Percy? I can't handle that kind of pressure.
Because, Annabeth's already gone.
Yeah.
No more. Not again. And, he did lose Thalia that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Grover is very traumatized, TBH. And also, Percy mentions here that he seems fragile ever since the Panwind boar guy happened.
Yeah. Oh, we also still don't know who the figurine is. Because Percy can't tell who
Percy
it is.
says that he can't tell. Well, okay, so we have to wonder, is this an actual mythomagic figure? Do the mythomagic people know what the gods look like? How old is this figure? The gods change their appearances.
Well, remember, Ray, our headcanon from last chapter? Since this was Hephaestus's junk, he canonically made mythomagic.
So all of mythomagic is likely perfectly accurate.
Yeah.
Or it's just from Hephaestus's point of view.
Which would mean either Percy doesn't remember any of the gods' faces he's met, or it's a god he hasn't met.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just face blind.
That would track.
Maybe Percy's just blind.
He needs glasses. Get this boy some glasses.
So there are lots of reasons why Percy, I don't know that it's a plot hole. It is it does stand out as a little odd, though, that he doesn't know who this is.
It could just be, a dirty figure, or, the paints come off it or something. Who knows? Maybe it's a prototype. Maybe just like Talos, it's a prototype, so.
I mean, it was in the cursed trash, so presumably there's something wrong with it.
Yeah. It's got, the nose wrong, like Flynn Rider. So that's why Percy can't tell who it is. So we're in the desert, we run out of gas, and the tire blew out, so...
This truck just wanted to die.
This truck is just like, well, that's the end of the road, bye.
Yeah.
It's like one of those terrible stories where, a dog, keeps going until his heart gives out.
No!
And then just, lays down at the end of the race and dies.
Ray,
that's this truck.
Ray, that's the end of the Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say that to me.
It is! You remember when we covered Ulysses Dies at Dawn?
I do.
I thought it was coming for a little fun recording, not my emotions being stabbed.
They're getting through their
this
trauma.
may be a fun chapter, but we're gonna start from the bottom.
They're getting through trauma right now, okay?
What else did I want to talk about?
I really love...
something traumatizing.
Well, you remember your trauma. Can I talk about the funny thing Percy does?
Please do.
Thing?
Where, now that the truck's out of gas and blew a tire, they walk around and they find a canoe rental place that looks like it's out of season.
It's my favorite shit. I love this.
And Percy just leaves some golden drachmas and a note that says, I owe you 2 canoes.
Yeah. A stack
There's
of
no
drachmas.
way that those drachmas do not pay for those canoes easy.
A stack. How much is a stack?
Who could say with this boy?
That's a lot of gold.
Yeah. I've been trying to figure out how the currency of Camp Half-Blood works, because it's spoiler to say, but I'm not going to provide context. In the future, Annabeth says that she spent hundreds of golden drachmas trying to call someone via iris message, and it's wait, hundreds? How did you get hundreds? How are there 100 golden drachmas? What? Hello?
I forgot she spent much money on that. Oh, God.
Yes.
That's scary. Don't like that.
Hundreds of golden drachmas.
That's a lot of money.
So, I guess golden drachmas are relatively common, question mark?
At least
leaving
if
a
you're a
small
demigod.
stack full, and like leaving a small stack full is like leaving a couple 20s, I guess.
How do you get golden drachmas? They're children. They don't have jobs, and they certainly don't have demigod jobs that pay them.
Maybe
they get drachmas for quests, but like,
Their
I
job
don't understand.
is being demigods and going on dangerous quests.
Yes.
So if you come back, you get a bunch of drachmas.
To be fair,
Do you?
in the first book, Chiron gives them 20 golden drachmas and $100. So I guess that's the that's the exchange rate.
That is not the exchange rate.
Is the other
I don't think that's the exchange rate. That's also
$1
still not enough money. Regardless of how much that is not enough to get
$1.
across the US. We've had this conversation.
So the bus tickets were already paid for. Those bus tickets were supposed to take them from New York to LA. They were going to be on that bus for like 3 days, allegedly. That $100, I guess, was supposed to cover food or whatever.
Now, how are they supposed
They
to get
should have
that?
expected that to go poorly, though.
Yeah.
They're demigods. It's not going to work out. Also, gotta talk about the good part where Grover's like, let's take this goat path up a cliff. And Percy's like, wait, maybe we shouldn't go there? And Thalia's like, thank you, I'm afraid of heights. Thank you.
I know, that's so sweet. That, like, for one thing, he was like, that looks narrow. And then he looks at Talia and he's like, I will stop this from happening for you. I don't know. And, like, she appreciates that. Like, it's very nice. Talia and Percy are getting along a little better in this chapter. He has a line later where he's like, I remembered that when she's not yelling at me, I actually like her.
Yeah, I love their friendship. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm soft.
Everyone's a little softened by their recent trauma. They're bonding.
Yeah. Okay.
The thing that I wanted to say that broke my fucking heart, because this is what happens in real life. Percy says that it's a good thing to have a friend who gets more freaked out than you do, because it forces you to keep going forward. You can't stay depressed because you have to take care of everyone else. And it's like, of course you would say that, you self-sacrificing idiot.
Oh, white shit.
Robert, that's a call out to you. That is specifically a call out to you.
Robert, take care of your emotional well-being.
The two halves of my personality are Peter Parker and Percy Jackson. I await the day that a building is on fire and I can go in and sacrifice my life to save the people inside.
Robert, you're a fucking idiot. I still love you.
Bro,
I can
this
save
is how you
them.
get fucking isekai'd. You're gonna push a kid out from in front of a car, and you're gonna end up in some shitty fantasy world.
Oh my
and what are you gonna do then?
Sit down and cry.
It's fine.
Makes sense to me.
I have a question here that it seems like they're all questioning Percy and how good he is with water. When they get the canoes, they're just like, are you sure you're going to be able to do this? And he's like, yeah.
They weren't with him in the boat last book when it turns out that he can control an entire ship.
He's the fucking son of Poseidon. Like, leave him alone. He's got this.
There hasn't been one of those in a while. They don't know. But Percy's kind of OP. It's pretty good.
Is.
Pretty cool.
But he also doesn't actually have to do anything. That's the sad part, is that he doesn't get to just, like, do like, Dash in The Incredibles and just, like, water, like, make a water motor or something. Instead, the Naiads just come over and they're like, hey, we'll just, like, pick up your boats and move them for you.
They're a little flirty with him.
They're so flirty. Okay, Rick, I need you to write, or maybe I'll write it. I have some of my own, Camp Half-Blood OCs, but I just want, like, someone to have a thing with a Naiad, and it'd be cute. Like, you know, like a Naiad and Camp Half-Blood, they go canoeing all the time, and just have a flirty thing with, that's just my personal fanfic.
The thing with the Naiads always being all flirty, and that is like their only personality trait, that hits a little weird.
It does.
But at the same time, I enjoy those kind of characters being in things and being allowed to do things. But if that's gonna be the archetype you're going to give to all of them, then I feel like you have to have at least one who's like more developed so that we can see that they like have personalities beyond that. You know what I mean?
In Lightning, yeah. In the Lightning Thief, Annabeth said that, like, they're just, like, all flirty like that, but I think it would make more sense if it was just, like, with Percy, you know? Water God, like, ooh, Water God, hey, what's up, boy?
You're a water guy, oh my gosh.
And then Zoe just antagonizes them. She's like, I hate them, she-devils. And so, like, they antagonize her back. She's like,
Yeah, she does kind of start it, TBH.
Like, they don't do anything. They're just, like, helping them out. And she's like, I hate them. They squirt her in the face. Like,
Yeah. And then she does like the emo-y thing. She's like, they've never forgiven me since. And then Percy's like, forgiven you for what? She's like, never mind.
The incident.
The incident.
we'll go into my
It was
backstory
a-
later.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. So is this when they talk about, they're talking about Bianca. So Zoe blames herself because she should not have taken her on this quest. And I agree. She should not have taken Bianca. I get that you want her to be the lieutenant, but like, maybe don't force her on this like big ass quest.
It's interesting that she was so confident in Bianca so quickly. She had just shown up. What were you saying, Robert? Sorry.
Oh, my thing is that, that she wanted to try and, like, leave Bianca off to be her lieutenant. And then Percy's like, but you're the lieutenant. And she's like, well, yeah, I've been here for 2,000 years, dude. Everything has an end date. And I'm like, real?
I feel like she heard the prophecy. She's like, maybe people gonna die, and maybe that's gonna be me? She thought it was just gonna be her. She thought Bianca was gonna make it. She's
My
confident
problem isn't that she wants to start training her the next lieutenant because she's like, I think I'm gonna die soon. My problem is that she wants to train the brand new Hunter of Artemis, and I'm like, okay, so everyone else who's been there for hundreds of years who's been waiting for the lieutenant position can fuck off.
Phoebe, the only other named
Phoebe?
Hunter. What about her?
What about Phoebe?
You know? She could be the next lieutenant. Just saying.
She says here that Bianca was such a powerful demigod, and so, like, she can tell.
Oh,
like,
she can tell.
Yeah.
She can feel the
that
vibe.
There's something special about that girl.
Yeah. She knows.
And so I feel like that's a lot of the reason why she thought, I need to start training this girl right now.
And we still don't even know who Bianca's godly parent is. So...
The people don't know what we know.
No.
Thank you.
Oh my god. So they talk about Percy's dream and Riptide. His sword was a mistake. And the hero and helping him. Zoe can't say the name. She can't talk about her ex.
Don't say that to me, Charlie.
Am I wrong?
No, you are so wrong. He was like an adult man. She's a child.
And she was like 12. Very wrong.
I'm just saying that is how it definitely was. Like we know who the hero was. We know that he was like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moving on. What I like here is making Riptide more complicated for the reader and for Percy, because it has been such a stalwart item companion throughout these first two books. Like, you know, you get fond of a useful tool, especially one with a name like Riptide, especially as an audience member. And Percy says here, I looked down at Riptide, and for the first time I wondered if it was cursed. And, like, I feel like that's a really interesting, like, feeling to give to it.
A cursed blade.
No.
Oh.
Fuck.
If y'all remember, I have never done a myth thing on Riptide because it is its own invention for the series. So
Because you can't pronounce Anaclusmos.
I can pronounce Anaclusmos. But just like Zoe, Riptide is Rick's own invention. Do not steal.
Rick's OC.
It's good, though. I like Rick's OCs.
Rick makes his own mythology, y'all. Good
as
shit.
you should, and as you do when you are rewriting mythologies.
Oh, okay. So in this version, there were 4 of the sisters plus Zoe, so 5.
Okay.
So that's interesting. That's the number that Rick went with. Out of 3, 4, and 7, he's just like 4 plus Zoe.
Plus my darling girl, my precious special baby.
So, yeah, she's not in Legend. She was taken out. She does not exist. The fact that...
That's such a good, like, you know, little way to slip that in. I love that.
I feel like someone smarter than me could, like, talk about how that's just, like, I don't know, women being written out of history and things.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yes. I actually did want to talk about that because I feel like it's, like, as much as I like to, like, you know, you could even call it nitpicking. You know, I like to look at what messages these stories are telling and, like, where we can do better in, like, social justice and being kind to everyone. You know, Rick is always trying to do that. Rick is like, women do get written out of things.
He doesn't
Here's
always
a
do it
character who
well.
that happens to.
But he tries.
I think that this is an interesting story.
Yeah,
I think that
this is a
pointing
good
that
one.
out and we rag on Rick sometimes. Like you can say that he's screwed up in a lot of places, and yeah, sure. But I feel like the intention is really clear, and I feel like he does do a good job in a lot of areas, you know?
Yeah, like, I like how you can talk about this, and she's a woman who was erased, like, historically, mythologically, what have you, so.
And from a very important story where you can buy that, like, this guy whose name shall not be said,
He must not be named.
would just say, "Oh, I did it. Don't worry about it."
Zoe,
Some girl?
The hero is Voldemort.
Never heard of her.
The hero was actually Voldemort, in fact. I think that's what happened here. So
It would explain a lot.
it would. So we're at the dam. We're here, and we be spouting facts.
We'll be spouting facts.
God.
They
like,
are-
it's simultaneously charming and heartbreaking, and
They're
I
talking
love
about
that.
her in past tense. Can they
Oh,
stop?
do they?
They
That's fucked
do.
up.
It's so fucked up. She liked architecture. She was nuts about monuments. Guys, she's
they're
not
giving up.
dead. Please stop.
Stop telling people I'm dead.
That's what this is.
And Zoe's like, "What the fuck are y'all on about?"
Yeah.
No, that's just her. The rest of this chapter actually is like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know what's happening. She is actually the meme. Like the damn
Yeah.
thing isn't the joke. The joke is that Zoe has no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just such a good, like, group moment. Like, I feel like that's when I actually got endeared to Zoe the first time I was reading this, was, like, this joke and scene.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so Grover says there's monsters coming, but they're gonna go to the damn snack bar. Yeah. And that's where it just keeps going. We gotta get some damn French fries, use the damn restroom, the damn water fountain, and buy a damn t-shirt.
I still say my best tweet is when I was like, what if his name was Herbert Fuck? Because then it would be the fucking dam. And they would just be like, I need to go to the fucking snack bar. I could use some fucking French fries. I want to use the fucking bathroom.
Yes!
The Hoover Fuck is what it should have been called, is what I'm saying.
You're so correct. My god.
Oh my god. I think there needs to be like a damn t-shirt, like that they sell at the Hoover Dam. Be like, this is my damn t-shirt. And like it has a picture of the dam on it. Yeah.
There should, yeah.
That needs to happen.
If they haven't gotten on that yet, then they're really missing out.
Hoover Dam people, if you're listening.
Also, you have to pay royalties to
Yeah, I was
Rick Riordan, but don't worry about it.
No, pay royalties to me because I'm the one who came up with the idea. So yeah, so Percy hears the cow and Bessie's here. How
Grover can also hear the cow, which makes sense because he's a nature guy. It's a little creature.
He can probably understand the cow. He probably knows what she's saying. Like,
I wonder. Okay, so what are y'all thinking about this? Because Percy is like, I just need a minute. You guys go on ahead. And why does he do that?
Because he feels responsible for her because of what happened before, I guess. And like the whole water creature thing, I guess. I don't know.
But why is it a secret though?
Maybe because he wants the rest of them to like get some food and enjoy their time too. I don't know. This could be just like, it's for the plot. The reason is it's for the plot, honestly, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Robert, do you have ideas here, or are you as lost as
any
us?
thoughts? Because at this point, I'm like,
why?
It just doesn't follow to me.
Well, you see, it really doesn't make sense, because especially when I feel like it would ring bells for Grover if Percy is like, especially the conversation earlier was like, it should have been me. And then Percy 10 minutes later is like, hey, you guys go on ahead. I'm going to like stare over the edge of the Hoover Dam.
Oof.
Like, Percy, you've already jumped over an arch. Let's not do that again.
Oh yeah, he would be fine if he did that, so I guess it's fine.
Percy just mutters under
They're
his
just like, he just needs to get it out of his system. Just jump off once.
Percy just mutters under his breath as he's walking to the edge. Powers off. Powers off.
No!
No! Robert!
No! Yeah, so I feel like normally Rick is very good at, like, character motivations and everything follows really well. This does just feel like, I don't want the other characters to know about it yet, so Percy's being, like, weirdly secretive.
Yeah, you could. That's honestly Rick has 3 tricks he uses. Separate the characters so only 1 or 2 of them can learn the facts. Have someone just be like, I can't tell you yet, or
I pray that I'm wrong.
Or I pray that I'm wrong. Yeah, and they're like, well, who are you praying is wrong? I can't say the name. That's like fucking
God, yeah, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how it be. And we don't know how Bessie got here. It's far away from Camp Half-Blood, where she was before. How the fuck? How does this work?
Magical water beings can just, like, be anywhere that there's water.
I guess
like,
so.
When you swim good, you can swim so fucking fast. It's fine. I'm not worried about it.
Cow snake, swim fast. Sure.
Bessie did find him, though, which is interesting. Like,
I will always find you.
She imprinted on him. That's the problem.
She did that thing that cats do.
Yes. Exactly. And she's trying to tell him that something's wrong? But is she just trying to tell him about the skeletal people? Because he already knew they were after him. I want to know what she's trying to tell him.
Yeah, but they just showed up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about Charlie. Shh.
I would have killed for a scene. It's like, what's that girl? Little Timmy fell down the well. Where?
Okay, I love how in Percy's mind he's like he is still calling things like the damn snack bar. He's like, where was the damn snack bar?
Well,
as he keeps
but
going.
it also comes off like he's actually like the damn snack bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Like he's punned it back around to the other way.
Yeah. So he just runs
and I
through
love
everything. He runs through the metal detectors. He's running away from the skeleton men, and he's on the wrong elevator. And yeah, there's the lady.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. The elevator hardly ever breaks.
Thanks. Wow. That's so terrible. And God, the fact that she's just like, weren't you listening to my fascinating presentation upstairs? This lady. Love her.
Okay, so given Percy's speculation later, it is probably safe to assume that, you know, he is getting a message from Athena. Is this woman Athena this whole time? Or does Athena briefly possess a tour guide?
I think...
Because I'd like to believe that that's Athena and she's goofing.
I think this is
she's a
Athena
funny girl.
The whole time, because didn't they say earlier that Athena was the one who dedicated the statues to Zeus? Specifically.
Yes.
Right, yes.
So, like, and Annabeth loves this place. Like, maybe that's just, like, a family thing. They love the Hoover Dam so much that Athena, like, this is just her second job, besides being, like, a goddess, is she just comes to the Hoover Dam and gives them tours.
Being a goddess does not pay the bills, so, you know.
Doesn't get the gold drachmas.
And also, given that Apollo shows up as a homeless man earlier, and, you know, he's like, I'm in disguise because I'm not supposed to be helping you, but I'm helping you because my sister's in danger. It makes a lot of sense to be like, this is Athena, she's in a disguise, she's trying to subtly influence the quest without being noticed.
Because
Annabeth, yeah. My daughter's in danger.
I also want to
Which
be
I don't
like,
know if that gets addressed later in the book. It might, but...
I think it does. But I also just want to be like, it's Annabeth and it's Artemis, like, one of my besties. I have that Artemis and Athena are, like, besties, personally.
Yeah, us,
the maiden goddesses.
What's the actual maiden? Us maiden goddesses gotta stick together.
I've never read Lore Olympus, but I know that the maiden goddesses are like a thing. Robert, you know this fact. I've told you this.
I forget things. I have ADHD. You know I forget things.
You have ADHD? Since when?
I'll come to the other room and pop you on the head.
We've talked about our ADHD like 20 times today, at least.
I think we have ADHD and anxiety.
That too.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's fine. It's terminal.
Oh man, guys. I had no idea. Wow, what a coinkydink. Me too.
We're gonna live through this. It's fine.
Are we?
So the fact
We're doing
that
our best.
she has tinted glasses, and then she takes her glasses off, and it's like, reveal the eyes.
Yeah, it totally is Athena the whole time, and she's just a very funny lady.
I'm just imagining it's like, well, Mr. Jackson, looks like you're about to learn a lesson. Yeah!
For the listeners,
Robert ripped
just
their glasses off.
Yeah, Robert took their glasses off, and it was great. Good shit.
And I was blind momentarily.
Yeah, those are some thick ass glasses.
Yeah, I am very. My eyes broken. They die.
They die.
They die. But then, you know what we're up to now. We're up to Ray's favorite part.
Woot! Yes! Like,
We are.
I immediately imprinted onto this character.
Okay.
Like, I was obsessed when I first got to this part.
I have a quick question before that. The voice of a skeleton sounds like a sneeze.
Yeah, it sounds.
It's like a shh. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. It's fine.
Sure. Okay.
It's just the clitter clatter of bones.
Have you ever heard that My Brother and Me bit where Griffin McElroy blows his nose and then they're all like, what was that? Was that the Grim Reaper passing by my window? Like,
No.
and he's like, no, don't make jokes about it, then I'll have to leave it in the episode.
Oh my goodness. So
yeah, I buy this entirely 100%.
So why do you love Rachel here so much? Because she talks a mile a minute?
Because this is fucking iconic. Are you kidding me? She's snarky. She saves his fucking life. Like, she has no idea what's going on, but she's like, okay, some kid, he's got a sword, that's weird, but there's skeletons, that seems dangerous. I think I should hide him and then misdirect them with my fast-talking abilities and save his fucking life? Are you telling me that is not icon behavior?
Okay, I'm gonna compare Rachel in this scene to Katara, and every time
Oh, boy.
they're trying to like fake somebody out with something, like Sokka comes in and is like, hello, I am Wang Fire, and Katara's like, Sapphire Fire, and she just like, she helps with the bit. She's just like 100% she's in it. She knows what's going on, even though she has no idea. But
yeah, she commits to the bit and she smooths out the bits to make other people's, like, bullshit make sense.
yeah, exactly. And that's what Rachel is here. She's just like, well, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna figure out this and help you, I guess. But she can see the sword. She can see the lion pelt.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which is interesting because I don't know because to Percy, it looks like a duster. I don't even know if there's any, like, lion-y features on it currently.
Unclear.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
I love how Percy's like, wait a minute, I can fix this. Snaps fingers. I'm not the droid you're looking for. And she's like, yes, you are. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
He's such a dork. Like, that's so...
You know what? Thalia did it earlier. He's like, I can do that. No, you can't, Percy.
Anything Talia can do, I can do better. Oh, no, I can't.
No, he really can't. So Rachel Elizabeth Dare, red. What color is her hair?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yes.
Red.
Her hair is bright red. She is red.
That's valid of you, but I can't say anything besides Rachel Elizabeth Dare. Like, because every time that it comes up in this book specifically, it is Rachel Elizabeth Dare.
I know.
It's like, there are certain people online, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Brian David Gilbert. I will not say any shortened versions of those names.
That's valid. That's totally valid. I'm just like, Rick did that specifically. He did those initials. Because red hair.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Man, god damn it.
Fucking Rick. Love that man. Yeah, so, oh my god, do you see that kid? He has a sword. He's trying to kill me. And just like, she's terrified. And she just talks to those skeletons like they're people.
She is so cool. Oh my god. Like she gets this whole physical description and she has like paint spattered jeans with like little holes in them. Like she sticks forks in them for fun. And you're like, God, that is such like quirky art student vibes. Like,
I've wanted to so many times to like specifically make her pants. And like, I just like never do. I really need to just paint splatter a pair of fucking jeans and also rip holes in them and commit to this bit because I got the ginger hair. I gotta do it. I also have other I was about to do a spoiler, but I also have other things that she has.
Like I said, I was about to do a spoiler.
I was about to do damn spoilers. Listen, we love Rachel, and it's getting so much harder with every chapter not to do spoilers constantly.
it is.
Facing Grace. All right, so now you have to cut that out.
I don't know what that is.
People keep getting it knocked out, but more than Jason Grace, and I have no idea who that is.
That is a Magnus Chase reference. Ray hasn't even read that yet.
Let's see. What else can I do? I don't remember the Kane Chronicles for shit, so I can't make a reference. Kane Chronicles. All right. Enjoy cutting all that
Egyptian
out.
guys on that one.
Yeah, enjoy cutting all that out.
We're gonna leave this in. We're gonna bleep out the name.
So it's gonna sound like I'm cursing or something.
Honestly,
it's gonna be great.
hilarious.
We can keep the names in because it's just it's a reference that no one will understand unless you
It's
read
just
it.
the name of a character. But I think that character names are spoilers, personally.
Okay.
Amadeus Mozart.
Oh my god. How could you say that to me?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Shut the fuck up.
Make me?
I will. I'll come in there after this recording and make you shut the fuck
Oh no.
up.
Oh no. I'm in danger.
You are. You are in danger.
I'll defend myself with the Barbies.
Oh right, you can actually physically assault him. I forgot.
I can.
This is the energy that everyone should remember is happening during this podcast. There is a real threat.
I am about, 10 feet away from Charlie right now?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, 10 feet if they, ran through the wall Kool-Aid Man style.
Listen, at one point, my mom was like...
I wouldn't put it past him.
I should just, take out the wall between the closets. So, there's a connector. She really wanted to make, both of these rooms into Barbie rooms. And I'm like, no, I'm still gonna live in there. I'm still gonna live in this room, please.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing?
So, my name's Percy. Percy gotta go. Bye. And, yeah, so we're gone with, Rachel's gone. I'm sorry.
And now we'll just never talk about her again. That was just the one character, that was one cameo, and you should all forget that she existed.
I forgot what color her hair was.
Probably purple. I don't know.
She's probably one of them kids with dyed hair and pronouns.
Blue hair and pronouns.
Exactly.
Hey, Ray, what color's your hair?
It's
probably
greenish.
green.
Yeah.
That's what everyone tells me. So
It's like blue-green. And you got some pronouns, I think.
I use a couple.
Yeah. So we're leaving, even though they just got their burritos. Percy's like, we gotta fucking leave. And is this when Grover throws the freaking burrito? I love it. Throws the burrito at a skeleton. Its head just pops clean off. This chapter is this half of the chapter is just comedy.
My question is, how many kids are in that cafe? Because Rick specifically writes out, I'm not sure what the other kids in the cafe saw, but they went crazy and started throwing the burritos and bat. How many kids are in this cafe? And also,
even
Rick,
if
don't
it's
lie to us.
three of them, they would do that.
And also, Rick, don't lie to us. There's a bunch of 20-something-year-olds who hate their lives, who are like, fuck it, and they throw the burritos.
They're still kids.
Yeah.
They're still kids. That's still us.
Well, no. Oh, Charlie, no.
Emotionally.
Charlie, we're adults.
We're 20-somethings, though.
We're kid adults.
We are still children.
We're cults. We're cults. Oh, no.
We are cults. Greek mystery cults. Yeah, so... food and drinks flying everywhere. Yeah, it's chaos. And then we get to the statues.
To make another Avatar reference, it's like picking up a guy and yelling, "Riot!"
Yes!
And just lifting him over your head.
That's it.
It's that easy, apparently.
It is.
Riot!
Not to talk about Avatar, but when they're just they punch a guy and he's like, oh, that hurt my feelings.
I've been working on my anger issues.
And that doesn't start a riot. No, you gotta lift somebody up and be like, riot!
It's like that bit from Whose Line Is It? It's like, what do you say to a group of people to start a fight? Hey, you guys want to start a fight?
Yeah!
It's so easy.
Excellent. Cinematic parallels.
Yeah.
So
the fight's going on.
And they get to the statues, and Percy gets a brain cell. Percy has the brain cell.
He's using the brain cell because Annabeth's gone.
Yep. And so the statues are dedicated to Zeus.
Sorry,
what's wrong?
That's actually what Athena was doing here. She was delivering the brain cell to Percy
so
that he could use it for a little while.
Yes, it's because he already used his one brain cell in the Nemean lion fight. So it's he lost it, so he needs to get another one.
Fine, I'll bring it to him.
Yep. She's like, I gotta save my daughter, otherwise I wouldn't bother with Poseidon Kid. Yeah, so dedicated to Zeus. Thalia's been there before. has she tried praying to her
And
dad?
it did not work before. Thalia is specifically, like, really reluctant. She doesn't think it's gonna work because her dad has kind of let her down before. Like, the one time he helped her out, he did so by turning her into a tree. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of bad shit happened to her in her life
Yeah.
up until now.
So I understand that she's like, I don't really want to do that, but she does it. And Percy also prays to Athena.
It's like Zelda Breath of the Wild. You're
Mhm.
like, I can't handle being disappointed again.
And
Sorry, I just had to get that out there.
you got it. And I'm sorry. I don't know Zelda enough.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The
Okay.
people who understand will understand.
Mhm.
Good to know. Good to know. So yeah, what do you think happens? The winged statues, they have wings and they're gonna
These
fly.
guys are total bros.
And they got shiny toes. They're making fun of the Taurus. I love that part, actually. And they're like, yeah, we'll help the Zeus kid. Just say please, and we'll go stretch our wings. And God, this is not going to be great for Thalia, though.
I know,
just
I was
tried to
thinking that too.
We just tried to avoid the heights thing, and now she's flying. So, yikes.
That's rough, girl. Like, in the open air. This is worse than the Sun Chariot.
Yeah, so much worse. But
At least in the Sun Chariot, you had somewhere to sit, but now it's like, hold on for dear life.
I feel like she wasn't sitting. I don't know why, but I definitely pictured her just like standing and driving in that, because she was just like no chill. And that's the chapter.
I forgot that the skeletons have guns. That's fucked up still. But good thing that bronze angels are bulletproof.
What are they dressed as right now? Are they dressed as like park rangers?
They're just
or
back in
something?
the, like, general, like, military PT uniform.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just liked when they were dressed as the cops, so we could be like, ACAB!
Yeah, I want them to be, like, different officials for every place they go. They should be park rangers right now.
Yeah. So, Robert, where can the people find you on the interwebs? And also, have you been... What are you doing?
I'm doing my
doing
little
a little
dancey dance.
dance.
You're dancing and you're distracting me.
They got big dance vibes.
Yeah, where can people find you?
Like I said at the beginning, if you want to look at memes about podcasts, I post those on the Damn Meme page, Damn spelled D-A-M, on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Instagram is mainly where the memes go. Twitter is where I shitpost. TikTok, hey, I uploaded one, so go see it if you'd like.
TikTok is a cesspool of regrets.
It is. If you want to hear me in the
You do
podcast
great with
verse...
TikToks, though.
Ooh, I need to see these. If you want to see me in the podcasting verse, I am 1/5 of a Once Upon a Time podcast. It's called Entering Storybrooke. That goes up every 2 weeks. And I recently started a podcast with a friend, Darian, all about Kim Possible. It's called That's the Sitch.
I have plugged them on
Excellent,
this
incredible.
podcast. I have plugged
Yes,
them.
yes, you have. Yes, you have. And I might be starting a third podcast soon.
Oh my God.
Wink, wink.
Maybe with me, who knows?
Maybe.
Y'all are getting the early scoops here.
Early scoops.
On only the freshest of takes on Of the Eldest Gods about a book series that's over a decade old.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, my other two podcasts are talking about a television series that's over a decade old and a cartoon that's almost 2 decades old. Oh no, that is 2 decades old. Impossible premiered in 2002.
Yay.
My God, don't say that to me.
We're so old, guys. We're so old.
Tick.
So
Tick.
y'all, what is
Tick.
some media?
No, not the passage of time.
No time. No more time passing. Let's not do that. What's some media that y'all have been consuming lately? What's your plug? Media plugs.
If you've got anything, you can go first. Otherwise, we can give you time to think about it.
Yeah, like what you've been watching, reading, listening to for a podcast or not for a podcast.
Hold on, let me just pull up the book. All right.
Ooh.
So, I mean, the other things I'm consuming lately, I'm trying to chip through this nerd from... Have you said where you live? If I say this nerd from Boston, are you going to get doxxed?
That's fine. You can say I'm
All right.
from Boston.
If I'm like, this nerd from Boston showed me this show called The Librarians, so I'm watching that. And then book-wise, I started reading a book called Darling Girl, which is like a retelling of the Peter Pan story, but like
Good.
from Wendy's granddaughter's perspective. And Wendy's granddaughter, I think it's Wendy's granddaughter. I need to it's Wendy's granddaughter. Like started a beauty company, and it's really good. And like Wendy's daughter has like health issues. It's very complicated and very good, but you should read it.
Did someone in the Riordanverse Discord
That was
plug
me.
this? You
It was
plugged
me.
it. I was like,
Yeah, 'cause
either you or Megan plugged this.
I
That was
plugged
my
it,
feeling.
and Megan is like, "Oh yeah, we have to talk about Wendy on our podcast."
Yes, that was the conversation. Good. Well, my plug, I chose this plug specifically because of what we just covered. And because I recently finished binging the podcast, The Damn Snack Bar, which is another PGO Riot-verse podcast, by two Australians. They're very fun, and a lot of it is just giggling. Honestly.
If you're like me and you listen to podcasts at 1.6 speed, they sound ridiculous.
Yeah, I listen at 1.5.
Yeah.
They are very ridiculous. It is a good time, and they just had their 100th episode extravaganza or something. Yeah,
Yes.
it was good shit. Good stuff. Ray, what you got for us?
I was trying to think of something. I know that I've mentioned this before, but I don't know if it was on this podcast or a different one, so let's do it again. The game Inscryption is a horror escape room card game, deck builder,
Dick
roguelite. At certain points. You're in a cabin, you play cards with some very scary guy. He is looking at you so intently. I would say that if you like card games, it's a really good-ass card game. If you don't like card games, it's very approachable, especially in the beginning. It, explains everything really well, and it's very nice game. It has excellent vibes, and it will go some fucking places you do not even know. It's got a plot, it has an ending, it's not too long of a game. I recommend it to basically everybody.
Well,
And that is Inscryption with a Y in the middle.
Well, it's not too long a game if you just play it. However, it was a part of a big ARG that was huge when the game came out. So
Yes.
if you wanted to get involved into that's going to take a little while longer.
I can't even imagine actually working on ARG. I watched some videos about it and I was like, holy shit, y'all. It's a Daniel Mullins game. He will do some shit.
He will leave a wrapper in a trash can in 2004 and he will make it a clue for one of his video games.
He will make another game under a secret name, and you will have to play the entire game in order to access a code which you can use in the ARG.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was crazy. At the peak when it was starting to get solved, the Daniel Mullins subreddit and the Discord were fucking going nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, so Inscryption slaps. It's real good.
Very good game.
Good shit.
I'm so glad to other people who know about. We are pointing at each other. We are vibing. This is an immediate connection.
Robert
Spider-Man pointing meme.
Robert is a cool one. Robert is cool.
I try to be.
We stan Robert on this podcast. My other plug is Robert.
You can't plug me. That's not how that works.
Too bad.
We can plug your Twitter. Got him.
The damn meme page.
Yeah, doing it. Plug the damn memes.
Oh no.
All those damn memes.
Oh no.
Well,
how dare you?
Too bad. Well, y'all, I'm gonna go get some damn fries and I'll buy a damn t-shirt from this damn fucking snack bar. So, y'all get out of my damn cabin. Get out.
Damn you. You can find this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send an iris message to us through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about episodes and anything Percy Jackson related. Our $5 Patreon tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology. No promises. You can check out our merch store on TeePublic to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or, if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can find me, Ray, at HeyHeyRay, spelled R-A-Y-E, on Twitter. If you want to hear more from me, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, but on Twitter, I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm totally not salty about. I also have an art Instagram that I sometimes use at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel Charlie Mack, that's MACK, and I also have another podcast on the network called Fandom's Gone Wrong, where my mom and I talk about movies, TV shows, books, whatever other fandoms we enjoy. You can find that on all the major podcasting apps. Our music was written by Isabel Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian M. Riggs. You can find Izzy at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast. Of the Oldest Gods is proud to be part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Content and Capable that follows Sam as he tries to figure out what it truly means to adult.
Hi, my name's Sam, and I've recently become an adult. But why does adulting have to suck? Join me on my journey to rediscover the joy of following your passions as an adult and discuss it with people who are doing just that. I'll sit down with a variety of people from all walks of life and ask the important questions while trying to figure out what does it really mean to adult. Whether you're a pro or haven't even started, come and listen wherever you get your podcasts and hopefully you might learn a thing or two.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday. My ADHD, my audio processing,
Oh yeah.
I can't talk to my older brother on the phone because his voice is like this.
Oh.
And I'm
I
like,
get that.
if there's any kind of distortion whatsoever, I'm like, I'm done. I can't hear you. None of this means anything to me, bro.
Oh yeah, Robert, you're always so quiet to me on podcast. I just need to tell you that every time I hear you on pods, I'm like, can someone just turn Robert's volume louder?
But I speak loudly.
Fine. Yeah, but everyone else is fine. But you're so quiet compared to everyone else for some reason.
There are some times. This is a thing that I have done where God, what was that statistic? There was a statistic I found once that over half of a traditional audio recording is dominated by men, and I'm I'm not a dude, but even then I still I feel maybe I should try and lower that statistic a little bit. So I try. It's not like I try and silence myself, but I try and be cautious and let other people speak.
We're also not men, but we are ADHD, which means that we're also shitty at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will probably interrupt you, and I'm sorry in advance.
Oh no, please do.
Deus Ex Media.